Hi, my name is Joseph LaBelle, and I'm doing my informative speech on electronic dance music. Electronic dance music, also referred to as EDM, is electronic music produced primarily for the purpose of use in a nightclub or any environment which has a dance-based entertainment. It is typically controlled by a DJ, someone who mixes two songs together as one to produce a set, or a producer, which is someone who produces the music and beats and makes sounds and makes the electronic dance music. The audience appeals to a younger audience, primarily the college age, around 18 to 25, and it can also go down to people who are 15 years old, also as old as 60. Venues can host up to tens of thousands of people, and it can also be limited to maybe just 100 people. Most venues are usually one stage, and the others are composed of different sets and stages. The concerts are held all over the world, primarily in Europe, but also in the U.S. Some popular festivals in the U.S. are Ultra Music Festival, which is here in Miami, Tomorrowland, which is actually in Europe and Belgium, Electric Zoo, which tours around the U.S., as well as the Electric Daisy Carnival, which comes to Orlando, which actually just passed this November. The origin of electronic dance music actually originated out of Jamaica in the 1960s, believe it or not. Artists would overlay multiple tracks, normally instrumentals of existing tracks, on their reel-to-reel tape players, and they would overlap each song and throw large parties and mix the songs together to make the best sound available. This was very limited technology back here. They didn't have the computers or programs that we have nowadays to help make it easier on DJs and producers to mix songs and make it sound good. This genre, which I just explained, is also referred to as dub music. The next chapter in EDM starts in Detroit. In the 1970s, a man named Frankie Knuckles, often referred to as the godfather of house. He was the first one to bring house music and electronic dance music in general over to the U.S. He would play a mixer and two Technic turntables. He didn't just play records, he reconstructed their sounds by mixing records together at the same time. As there was little way of dance music around at this time, he would use R&B records as the source for his sounds. This was the birth of mainstream house music, which is now much more progressive than it was back then and has moved on from R&B and hip-hop and how they used to play it back then, mainly for an African-American audience. Some genres of electronic dance music are dubstep, which is my favorite genre, which is composed of deep bass sounds, techno and house music, which is primarily a little faster tempo with a more dancey feel to it. It is categorized by many music fans and is like almost composed as a tree, as it started off as that one solid genre and dispersed into many subgenres and areas which we all have our different preferences and listen to now. Conclusion is that it continues to influence today's youth and continues to transform new and progressive styles of music, yet it inspires the youth and people to actually go and make the music. And actually for me, I've actually installed some programs and started to try to DJ and mix at parties and in different programs and things like that. This is a picture of what a typical electronic music festival will look like, with lasers and fog machines and strobe lights. Like I said, normally appealing to that younger audience. And that wraps it up. Thank you very much.